Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in to another cup of tech. I'm finally back from Bangkok, back in Australia. It kind of feels good to be back as well. I do miss this country quite a bit. Lots of tech news to get on with, so let's just get straight into it. Firstly, a video which I wish I almost didn't see. Justin Bieber. I don't know why I'm even talking about Justin Bieber on Tech Show, but the audience at a concert that he went to passed a phone onto the stage, and he sort of started posing himself. You'll see the video on screen. And he's taking pictures of himself, pictures of the audience, and then all the other girls, all these crazy fans started throwing their phones on stage. And to me, when I heard about this, I thought it was absolutely crazy. I would never even let the phone leave 1 meter away from me and things like that. I'm so protective of mine, yet these girls are just chucking their iPhones on stage, and he got to a point that he started kicking the things off the stage, and to me I just thought, whoa, like that's violence against phones, something I just don't accept. I'm sorry, Justin Bieber, not cool, and the girls, you guys are just stupid for throwing them in the first place, so weird. In better news, Google, the Street View phenomenon is just getting bigger and bigger. I've shown you these things before, but one which I'm really excited about, especially if you're not from Australia and you watch the show, Taronga Zoo, which is one of Australia's probably most famous zoos, is now available on Street View. You can walk around the zoo, see the giraffes and the monkeys and all this other stuff, all through Street View. So you can be sitting at your computer and have a tour of the zoo. By the way, if your kids are on holidays and they're begging you to go to the zoo, just turn the computer on and put them in front of it. There's entertainment for a few hours. Also, sort of talking about Google, TomTom, which is an application that was on iOS and did come to Android, has actually sort of been expanded a little bit, because when it first was announced on Android, it was unavailable on like 4 phones, and they were all not famous phones. Now, Galaxy S3, HTC One X, all supported with the TomTom Australia app, and other countries like Europe and whatever else, but so many more phones supported now, obviously for the high definition screens. Looks like a really good app. I mean, if you're not happy with the standard Google navigation, which I kind of am, you can check this one out. It's cheaper than going out and buying a whole new GPS. It's about 50 bucks in Australia, a bit less in some of the other countries, but check that out because it does look very, very good, and no one should be buying a GPS unit ever again. In a bit of an attack on Android, this week, Windows decided to come out and have a bit of a thing about, Android and their malware. Like, they were publicly tweeting on their Windows Phone Twitter account about it. And, I kind of laughed at it because, and talking about how you can go from Android over to Windows and things like that, I'm not saying that the Windows Phone is bad, but I'm saying it's a little bit early for them to be picking on Android. Now, one of the things which was funny was that same day, someone from Microsoft came out and said that, oh, by the way, the update, which we promised for Windows Phone 7 users who aren't getting Windows 8, but there is an update still for them called 7.8. Yeah, that's been delayed till 2013. So good job, Microsoft. Bag Android for malware and things which aren't quite right on it, but then at the same time shoot yourselves in the foot by not being up to date with updates. So yeah, I don't know. Would I be happier as a Windows Phone user? Probably not. Also, speaking of apps, YouTube, obviously, which was removed from Apple devices as standard, has now been released for iPad, this new version. It looks really, really good. That's now been announced. So if you've got an iPad, make sure you go and download this new YouTube app. It looks fantastic. One of the great things about it is you can also click on annotations in video, which I haven't seen before on mobile devices. So I'm really hoping the features that we're seeing on the iPad version will come out to more and more platforms, because it looks so, so good. And annotations, if you don't know, are links that I can put into these videos so it can take you to other videos or a subscribe button and things like that. So worth checking out. Also, speaking of Twitter, sort of, the Pope Benedict XVI, I think he's 16. He has a Twitter account. You can go and follow the Pope on Twitter. He hasn't tweeted anything yet, and he follows 7 people, each of them are himself in different languages, but he's yet to tweet. And it's been a few days now, and he's got just under, he's got about 500,000 followers. Now, on Charlie Sheen standards, that's very low. He set the Guinness World Record when he joined Twitter, and now he has over 8.5 million followers. So I don't know where society is going, you tell me, because it seems like Charlie Sheen has more followers than the Pope. as I did come back from Bangkok, and previous to that I was in Hawaii on a holiday, I then get told about this product which I almost wish I had when I went to Hawaii with me. It's a global roaming data solution. So what I mean by that is when I take my phone overseas, I turn data off because it's so expensive. It's like $15 per meg for if I use data over there. And Wi-Fi isn't always free, so you might have to pay for it at the hotel. So Globalgig have released this product, and it's a little hotspot device that when you take with you to the USA or the UK, you can turn it on, start roaming with it for very cheap prices. Make sure you check that article out, because if you are planning a trip, get it. And also for people coming to Australia, consider it as well, because it also works in Australia and connects to a network here, so you could do some roaming like that as well. Now, it isn't contract based, which I love. You can just buy the device and go month to month, so that if you are traveling, pull it out of the drawer, set the plan up, bang, as soon as you travel, you're gonna have data when you get there. And that's really cool for taking those Instagram photos when you're at the beach. So, the last thing I wanted to mention was something a bit self-righteous of me. I did come back from BlackBerry Jam. While I was there, I did learn a lot actually while I was there. One of the things I learned was how to take your website newsfeed and turn it into an application. I did that. It took me about 10 minutes to create, and then it took about 2 days for them to actually approve. But now it's live. If you have a BlackBerry device, you can download the NotAnalogcom app, and you can get all my news as I publish it straight to your BlackBerry phone. It will work on Playbook. It works on from OS 5 to OS 10 when it does come out as well. It's pretty exciting. Now, if you have a website of your own and you're looking to put something out there as well, take a look at the story that I did write up about it. It's so simple. I know some followers of mine have sort of seen what I've done and now doing it themselves. So, you know, kudos to you. It's such a simple thing to do. It's free and it doesn't take long either, so check it out. Guys, cup's empty. I fit 9 stories into this show, and it looks like it's going to be less than 10 minutes still. Freaked out. Thanks for watching, guys. Good night. It's like creaming soda without the... It's like creaming soda without the fuzz, and then it has a weird kick at the end which just punches you a little bit.